village. Thank you.
Candidate Bino.
Thank you. In terms of the commonality, I think it goes in many areas to the degree of passion that this community feels about itself, about what makes it special, and what we need to go forward. Yes, infrastructure are key issues, the financial house getting it in order, but I think there's a collective energy that is emerging to get the job done, to get it done through consensus-based discussions and decisions. All of that can be worked with leadership, with facilitation and inclusiveness, and that's the way I see the problems and the commonalities coming together from all sectors of the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Candidate Bino. Candidate McLaughlin.
I think you're sitting in one of the spots right now that has to be very much improved. We have a model school. We have young people in this community. We have to provide them with the support that they can keep their children in this wonderful school. It's a premier school in School District 45, and it's important that we sustain it and we support it, and Council has that responsibility, I believe, strongly, to make sure the parents have what they need to keep their kids in this school. I'd also like to mention volunteerism. We have over 200 people in this community that volunteer on this and that. You name it, they're doing everything. Look at my brochure, you'll see some of them. Yes, the infrastructure is critical. I'd like to say that we have a super infrastructure committee. I've attended every one of their meetings as sitting back there instead of in front. And they have wonderful plans. We also have, and make no mistake about this, we have employees in our community now that are moving this community forward in a way it's never been done before. And I've been on council, as most of you know, a long time, and I've seen it happen. And they are taking the lead, and we are all the beneficiaries. I'd like to go back to the volunteers.
Thank you, Councillor Ronstadt. Candidate Ronstadt. Candidate McLaughlin, thank you for your patience. Can you identify common areas of agreement in the community about future directions for the village?
Thank you, Louis. I believe the common areas of agreement are, which you'll note on my brochure, and it's already been spoken by many of the other councillor candidates, finance, land use strategy, infrastructure. I go back to the opening comments that I made in my address. If I'm elected, I will deliver what I believe the residents want most, and these are the three issues. Continued transparent financial reporting and business practices, making smart decisions on infrastructure, and executing on behalf of the residents, whether it's infrastructure, finance, or land use strategy, obtaining the most benefit for the most residents at the most efficient cost. Thank you.
Thank you, Candidate McLaughlin. Candidate Wilkie.
From what I've been hearing, I think we have a great community spirit. We really do. I'm involved with Block Watch, Arts Council. We do a lot of things, the firemen's gathering, and I think people really like that, and we need to continue and maybe even look at more things. I think we need financial stability. I'm hearing from people that they're concerned about the emergency planning. What do we do for evacuations? Have we got this all already? Safe house sound is huge among most residents, and infrastructure repairs. I think we need to get on top of those. Thank you.
Candidate Conlon.
Thank you. I think that the common areas are going to come down to how can we sustain ourselves in this village, living the life we love, and that's going to be a big challenge for us.
Thank you for your comment, Candidate Strong.
The question raised is, can you identify common areas of agreement? One of the main things that I've come across with people that I've met and talked to is they want to keep Lions Bay as a village. We don't need massive improvements of housing to do that. We don't want to turn into a town. They like our quiet streets. And I've even had a few people tell me, hey, how much do we have to raise the taxes to keep it that way? Well, I don't know whether that's the right way to go or not. If we do have to raise taxes and we do have to increase the amount of people we have in the village, let's do it in a sensible manner. Let's do it that's sustainable. Have you every gallon of water that has to be used by another house comes out of the tap, and there's only one place for it to go. Septic field. Now then, where is all this stuff going? We've already got problems. The creek is a good example. You were told you had clean, safe water. You don't have clean, safe water. When was the last time you took a drink of water out of your tap? And that's happened 3 or 4 times. We need to fix those problems. Once they're fixed, then we can consider advancing forward with a slightly larger population. We can do it with basement suites, legal basement suites. I'm not talking about the illegal ones. We can raise taxes on those suites. We can charge for those suites, whatever the case may be. But we need to go in that direction. I do not believe we definitely don't need a gas station. We definitely don't need any condos, and we definitely don't need a gambling hall or anything else that comes along as a means of raising taxes. We can handle it ourselves, and we can get the finances under control, and I think we have a couple of mayors that are running that could probably do that for you. That's me finished.
Thank you, Candidate Strong. Candidate Bain, please.
Well, I'll take a little bit of a different approach to this. I look at a community and why we are all here together, and you could look at sort of how it is primitively. The reason people get together in a community, they're usually for a shared water supply because they're not often that plentiful. They want access to their homes, and they want to band together in some form of security. So for the water, I think that's part of our infrastructure, much like our access. Those things have to be our priorities in any government. And the third one is the one that's near and dear to my heart, is to ensure safety for our residents. And that would be emergency planning, make sure our emergency services are up and running fine. But we can all live in this community with a sense of security as best as we can. Thanks.
Thank you, Candidate. Candidate Hughes.
Common areas of agreement. Common areas of agreement. Well, where I live in Isleview, right now the most significant common area of agreement is respectful governance. A lot of residents on Isleview right now don't feel we've had that because of the results of the last couple of months of events that have happened at the top of Isleview Road. And so I would say that's number one on our street. The other issues, simplification of government, open doors, honesty, straightforward, ease of process, lack of regulation, relaxation of regulation for residents to do what they know they have to do on their property. That's very, very important. Sustainability of our infrastructure. That is right up there with everybody that I talk to in the village. The fire department, the rescue services, absolutely, everybody agrees that is absolute utmost. And last but not least, one thing that I hold near and dear to my heart, the environment. How sound. The beauty and the majesty that it presents to us, and the fact that it's allowing us to sustain the way of life that we love along the waterfront. Thank you.
Thank you for your